may now be seated. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Ponderosa Class of 2024 graduation ceremony.
We would like to thank all the students, families, faculty, distinguished guests, and graduates for being here today to celebrate such a memorable moment.
Hi, my name is Clara Griffith, and I'm the president of our Industrial Technologies and Automotive Club, as well as a member of the National Honor Society. I will be attending Montana State University in the fall to study mechanical engineering with a minor in marketing.
And my name is Reed Grainer, and I served as the president of the Ponderosa Theater Council, as well as an active member of the Symphonic Band and National Honor Society. In the fall, I will be attending Syracuse University to pursue a BFA degree in musical theater.
Today is the day that our class, the Ponderosa Class of 2024, can finally say that we made it. We are graduating! I know we have all been waiting for this moment, and I personally asked myself, why have I looked forward to this day for so long?
And I think the answer is that we are taking the next steps into a bigger adventure. Whether your next steps are college, trade school, the military, or a full-time job, we will be facing bigger challenges with greater purpose.
Today, I know we must be feeling a little nostalgic of our K through 12th grade experiences. From recess and silly bands to driver's licenses and grad plans, Dr. Seuss reminds us that you may never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. So graduates, remember to enjoy today and thank everyone who has helped you along the way, especially your parents. So to officially start off our ceremony, I would like to introduce to you Sophia Aristizabal, who will be singing our national anthem.
Sophia is a varsity cheerleading captain, has completed over 100 hours of community service, and is a member of National Honor Society. In the fall, she will be attending the University of Arizona to study nursing.
If you would all please rise and remove cover as we stand for our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Let's give another round of applause to Sophia. That was beautiful. What a great way to start off our ceremony. My name is Kate Schultz, and I plan on attending the University of Denver in the fall. During my time at Ponderosa, I've been involved in athletic council, a captain of the varsity basketball team, and a member of National Honor Society. Today, not only is it my honor to present to you our first speaker, but my best friend, Miley Ames. Whether it was attending a school event, dressing up on Spirit Days, or driving for a late-night sweet treat, Miley is always down for anything, and I couldn't be more grateful to have gone through high school with someone as special as Miley. Miley achieved outstanding grades while at Ponderosa, as all of her teachers know her as the kid who goes above and beyond in everything she does. Miley plans on attending the University of Oregon in the fall to study marketing and business. I've had the pleasure of hearing the incredible speech she has put together for you all, and it is truly one of a kind. Now, without further ado, please welcome Miley Ames.
Thank you, Kate, for that amazing introduction. I want to welcome the staff members, faculty, families, friends, and most importantly, my fellow graduates. My name is Miley Ames, and I'm one individual of this year's graduating class. As a co-president of DECA, a member of NHS, and a captain on this year's girls basketball team, I am honored to be presenting this speech today. Similar to most of you, I truly never thought this day would come. Even as I stand here on stage, I am filled with every ounce of excitement, happiness, and still a large amount of uncertainty. Thankfully, I have had two amazing people that have been guiding me through this chapter of my life, and it's only fair to give them recognition. Thank you, Mom and Dad. As some of you may know, both of my parents grew up in Parker and actually graduated from Ponderosa. They often talked about all the amazing experiences they had and lessons they learned while in high school. I grew up admiring these stories and flipping through photo books, hoping that my time at Pondo would be equally as great. Unfortunately, our freshman year was challenged by the COVID pandemic. For a long time, it felt like we were never going to experience the normalcy of high school. Events were canceled, interactions were limited, and school was completed online and through cohorts, a time I'm sure you all remember. Even with this period of unpredictability our freshman year, I'm thrilled to say that our worlds eventually returned back to normal. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to the dedication of our teachers, staff members, and of course, the class of 2024 during that time. You all deserve a long-awaited round of applause. It's due to the perseverance of these people that allowed me, just like my parents, to learn so many lessons and make some of the best memories during my time at Pondo. I hope that each of you can say the same. Nonetheless, when reflecting on our time spent in high school, it's important to remember the good, the bad, and all of it in between. As I was thinking of what I wanted to talk about today, a TED Talk I watched in middle school sparked my mind. If you were a part of student government at Sagewood Middle School, this may sound familiar to you. In this TED Talk, a man named Drew Dudley calls upon the idea of a lollipop moment. In his words, a lollipop moment is a time that someone said something or did something that made your life fundamentally better. Oftentimes, when thinking about high school as a whole, we tend to think of our biggest achievements or happiest experiences. This is what my parents talked about the most. And yes, these are wonderful things to remember. However, a lollipop moment puts focus on a life-changing event that may have appeared out of an ordinary action. An example of this happening in my life was in 5th grade. My favorite teacher, Miss King, assigned us a paper in which we had to sell an unwanted item. For some reason, a 10-year-old me decided to sell a box. This was the first time that I can remember putting so much effort into one assignment. My teacher had pushed my limitations of creative writing while introducing me to marketing concepts, and I was loving it. It was because of this one assignment, an assignment that my teacher did every year, that changed my life. How so? Well, to sum it up, I'm here today presenting a speech that I wrote, and I'm going to be majoring in marketing next year. So in a roundabout way, that one assignment and my teacher, Miss King, changed the trajectory of my life, my lollipop moment. Graduation is not only a time to celebrate your accomplishments, but to extend your gratitude to those who helped you get to this monumental day. So I challenge each of you to think of your own lollipop moments. If you take a second to look under your seats, you should see a lollipop with a piece of paper attached. This is your opportunity to acknowledge a person or an event that has created a positive impact within your life. Graduation is not only a time to celebrate our accomplishments, but to extend our gratitude. Think of teachers, family members, coaches, friends, or even a random stranger. It doesn't have to be about some big revolutionary act of kindness. It can really be about anything big or small that you felt made a definite impact. I hope that each of you take the time to present your recipient with this gift along with an explanation of their influence on you. As a Ponderosa graduating class of 2024, we are all destined to amazing things with whatever route we choose to take. As we look towards our futures, strive to be someone who not only gives thanks and recognition, but becomes a positive influence in someone else's life. Be the reason that someone has a lollipop moment. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2024.
Thank you, Miley, for that wonderful message. I'm sure each and every one of us can remember a lollipop moment that changed our lives for the better. My name is Kira Sheehan. While at Ponderosa, I've been captain and manager of the tennis team and a second draft editor for the Mustang Express. In the fall, I will be attending the University of San Diego to study international relations on a pre-law track.
Hello, everybody. My name is Benjamin Fenley. While at Ponderosa High School, I was a National Honor Society officer as well as a Mu Alpha Theta officer, and I was also a second draft editor for the Mustang Express. In the fall, I plan on attending Creighton University to study finance.
The first task the class of 2024 was assigned to complete was choosing our senior quote and song. Every senior took a survey to choose the perfect one that represented our class overall.
And our class quote was, "Never let the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game." Babe Ruth. Fittingly chosen, our class went through various trials, including online classes and cohorts during our freshman year. Regardless, our class never once struck out and continued to prevail, which led to the success that we all celebrate here today.
And our class song is Dog Days Are Over by Florence and the Machine.
Kira,
What?
that's wrong.
Oh, right. Our class just revoted a few months ago. I don't quite remember why.
Well, Kira, because boy bands are coming back into style, and One Republic was just really jealous that we left them out of the celebration.
Oh, right. So we chose I Lived by One Republic. Truthfully, it represents how each and every one of us took advantage of the opportunities given to us, whether that be sports, activities, or events. There will be memories we will cherish forever.
Beautifully said, Kira. And now, let's hear the best part of the song.
I'll say, I did it all. I did it all. I owned every second that this world could give. I saw so many places, the things that I did, and with every broken bone.
Thank you, Kira and Ben, for updating us on what our new class song is. My name is Jalen Rosario, and at Ponderosa, I've been a part of our Mustang Express newspaper and cheer. In the fall, I plan on walking in the great halls of Penn State, where I'll pursue my passion of the mind and study in psychology with social work. But I'm equally excited to introduce a student who is ready to talk about her turnaround and not letting mistakes define her. Kennedy Klein, our next speaker, has decided to major in psychology and become a behavioral health technician for children. She will be attending ACC for the first 2 years, then transfer to a university. Please join me in warmly welcoming Kennedy Klein.
Good luck. Thank you.
Good morning, parents, teachers, and staff, and most importantly, class of 2024. My name is Kennedy Klein. Today marks a new beginning for us all. We have accomplished our academic journey. Through the sacrifices and challenges we've faced, we've conquered every obstacle and achieved every great milestone. I'd like to share with you all a little bit about my high school experience. My path to arrive here today is probably very different than many of yours. My freshman year was when I started going downhill. I was in and out of schools, switched from 3 different schools. I started doing drugs and was hanging out with the wrong people. From that, created bigger problems. I wasn't seeing a future for myself past 15. I was in and out of court, dealing with probation, and spent about 4 months in a juvenile detention center. As I started my junior year, I wanted to know what my potential could be, and I didn't want to let what I've done define me. As I started my junior year, I turned it around, made amazing relationships, held a 4.0, and as I stand here with you all today, I'm proud to say that I'm graduating. I want to thank my mom and my dad, because without the two of you, I would not be standing here. With your unconditional love and support, I want to thank my teachers and my entire team for their support to get me on this stage today. All of us have had our own challenges to get here. We were in a pandemic at the start of our high school experience and had to learn to adapt to that type of learning. Whether it was through mental health, bad days, friendships, grades, drama, whatever it was, everyone persevered and stayed determined. Your mistakes, actions you've made, as well as consequences, do not define you. Obstacles in life do not define you. It is never too late. You have the choice to improve, and you can always make that turnaround. We are starting a new chapter, a chapter where we can choose to be anything we want. We all have the world in our hands, and I hope each and every one of you succeed in your paths. And although the future is unknown, let's continue to stay determined, keep pushing, and overcome all of our obstacles. As the lyricist and musician J. Cole said, there's always going to be a car that's better than the one you got. There's always going to be some clothes that are fresher than the ones you rock. There's always going to be a house somewhere with bigger doors, but you will never be happy until you love yours. Congratulations, class of 24! Thank you.
Thank you, Kennedy, for sharing those very wise words with our class. Good morning, my name is Hannah Thomas, and I am a member of the National Honor Society, Future Business Leaders of America, and Performing Arts here at Ponderosa. In the fall, I'm thrilled to attend Montana State University to study agroecology. It is my distinct honor to introduce to you now 2 very talented young ladies to the stage to treat us all with their beautiful singing and probably make us all cry. Bella Guerrieri and Cordelia Steen are excited to sing The Circle Game by Joni Mitchell. They've chosen this song because they feel it captures the bittersweet feeling of finishing high school and moving forward into adulthood. In the fall, Bella plans to attend Millikan University to study musical theater, and Cordelia plans on attending Coastal Carolina University studying anthropology. Please join me in warmly welcoming Bella Guerrieri and Cordelia Steen.
Yesterday, a child came out to wander, caught a dragonfly inside a jar. Fearful when the sky was full of thunder, and tearful at the fall of a star. child went 10 times round the seasons, skated over 10 clear frozen streams. Words like when you're older must appease him, and promises of someday make his dreams. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game. 16 springs and 16 summers gone now. Cartwheels turn to car wheels through the town. And they tell him, take your time, it won't be long now, till you drag your feet to slow the circles down. So the years spin by, and now the boy is 20. Though his dreams have lost some grandeur coming true, there'll be new dreams, maybe better dreams, aplenty, before the last revolving year is through. And the seasons, they go round and round, and the painted ponies go up and down. We're captive on the carousel of time. We can't return, we can only look behind from where we came, and go round and round and round in the circle game, and go round and round and round in the circle game, and go round and round and round in the circle game.
That was beautiful. Thank you, Bella and Cordy, for that breathtaking experience. Hi, my name is Maddie D'Entremont, and during my time at Ponderosa, I have been captain of the swim and dive team, vice president of National Honor Society, and manager of the boys basketball team. In the fall, I plan on attending the University of Colorado Boulder to complete a double major in integrative physiology and Spanish. Today, I have the honor of introducing Braden Paul. Braden is the smartest person I know, and I could not have been more grateful to have grown up alongside him since elementary school and seen him grow throughout the years. He has evolved into the leader that is here to speak to you today. Braden has obtained an impressive 4.3 GPA. He is captain of the varsity cheer team, as well as president of National Honor Society and Mu Alpha Theta. Braden will be attending Colorado State University to major in mechanical and biomedical engineering. Please help me in welcoming Braden Paul.
Thank you for that introduction, and hello, everybody. Like Maddie said, my name is Braden Paul, and I'm here to once again congratulate our graduating class of 2024. Now, we all know that there are an absurd amount of both trials and triumphs that it takes to get to this point, and believe me, there are so many. But I don't like to dwell on the past, so let's talk about what comes next. And to do that, I want to use the help of a close personal friend of mine. A close personal friend of a lot of ours, actually. I mean, this girl, she's curious, she's courageous, she's smart, she's adventurous, she is everything that I dream I could be. That's right, I'm talking about Dora the Explorer. Nothing can tell me that Dora is not amazing, because she is. I mean, this is the girl who taught me how to say me llamo Braden, which, if you didn't watch the show, means my name is Braden in Spanish. But see, the thing about Dora is that she couldn't do it alone. She had something that has everything she needs, everything she wants to move from one day to the next, from one adventure to the next successfully. Now, you guys, you're pretty sharp, obviously. I mean, you're graduating, right? So what is it? What does she have that makes her so great? Yes, her backpack. Her backpack has everything she needs, everything she wants to move from one day to the next successfully. And I don't mean to speak out of turn, but I believe that we are very similar to her in that fact. Over the past 14 years, we have built this routine of waking up every day and packing our bag with what we need to get through our day successfully. Now, all of our bags, they're gonna look a little bit different, but for me personally, I start with the essentials. I've got my calculator, my computer, my pencils, my papers. I take these things, I put them in my bag, and it gets a little bit heavier. But see, from there, I move on to some intangibles. For me, it looks like my clubs and my activities. These are the things that I am passionate about. They're the things that keep me excited to move from one day to the next. So I take these things, I put them in my backpack, and it gets a little bit heavier. And then I have my sports. I have been playing sports since as long as I can remember, and sports are a huge part of my life. These are the things that keep me physically, mentally happy and healthy. So I take these things, I put them into my backpack, and it gets a little bit heavier still. And now we got some big ones, right? Our friends. These are the people that are psychologically proven to have the largest impact on us as we grow and change throughout our teenage years. They affect our morals, our ideas, our values, and I don't know about you guys, but without the support of my friends, I would not be where I am today. I am so grateful for my friends, so I take them, I put them in my bag, and I zip it up so tight because I'm not letting them out, and now it's getting pretty heavy. And then my family. I mean, these people, they have been my whole life for, well, my whole life. These are the people that whatever they look like to you, they have supported you unconditionally. They have urged you to grow and to become the person that you are meant to be. So I take these people, and again, I put them in my backpack, and I zip it up so tight because I'm not letting them out. And now our backpacks are really heavy. And now we go to school, right? And we're walking around the halls, and we got our backpacks on, and they're heavy, and they hurt our shoulders a little bit, but that's okay. That's okay because it's filled with the people and the experiences that we care about and we love. But see, that's the thing about our senior year is as it winds down and comes to a close, you start to notice something. I noticed that my backpack started to feel a little bit lighter. A couple weeks ago, I turned in my last test. I turned in my last assignment. I didn't need my calculator, my computer, my pencils anymore. I took those things out of my backpack, and it got a little bit lighter. I played my last sport ever. I went to my last club meeting. I did my last activity. These things that are huge cornerstones of my life, they're just not happening anymore. So I take them out of my bag, and it gets a little bit lighter. But the issue is that now we're back at those big two. I mean, the relationships that we have built over the past 18 years of our lives, they will always be there for us. But the thing is that as we move forward, we do just that. We move forward, just in different directions. So our friends, right? We've seen these people 7 hours a day, 5 days a week for the past 18 years of our lives. But as we move forward, now we're stuck to the Snapchats, the Instagrams, and seeing them when we come home from breaks. And as much as we love and care about these people, we have to take them out of our backpack. And it starts to get light. And then our family. I have seen my family every day after I wake up and every night before I go to bed for the past 18 years of my life. And as much as I want to take these people to school with me every day as I go forward, I just can't do that anymore. So I have to take these people out of my backpack. And now it's really light. And I get scared. I mean, I looked in my backpack the other day and I saw nothing but some crumpled up physics papers and way too many snack wrappers, and I get scared. I get scared because it seems like everything that I have worked for over the past 18 years of my life, the family, the friends, the experiences that I have loved and I have fought for, it seems like it's all gone to waste because my bag's empty. So I get scared, but just for a second, because then we realize exactly what this empty bag means to us. Never in our lives have we had this much space, this much opportunity to grow and to fill with new things, more people, more experiences, more family that we can love and fight for. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's in my bag in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years, and I'm excited to see what ends up in yours. And I know that this is just a guess, but I'd like to think that Dora would be pretty excited too. So I'm here on this stage today to once again congratulate our graduating class of 2024 and to urge you, to beg you to fill your bags to the brim over the next couple of years. So thank you and have a great graduation.
Thank you so much, Brayden. I'm putting on my backpack, and I'm ready to go. Hi, everyone. My name is Jackson Coleman, and I have been so proud to be a part of National Honor Society, the Ponderosa Thespian Society, and I have been the Student Council President for the last 2 years. In the fall, I plan on attending Ohio University to study musical theater.
Hey, Jackson, I'm so glad you're here, but we're not really supposed to wear backpacks to the graduation ceremony. We're sort of leaving that behind us.
But Hannah, like Brayden said, I want to hold my backpack close to me to create new memories.
Okay, I guess that's true. There's something hanging out of the pocket, though. Let me just tuck that in for you.
Oh, that's actually something we need for today. Here, take a look.
Oh, Jackson, this looks like a list of the dignitaries in attendance today?
Sure is. Please hold your applause until each dignitary has been announced.
Aaron Kane, Superintendent.
Danny Windsor, Assistant Superintendent.
Rich Cosgrove, Chief Operations Officer.
Mark Blair, Chief Technology Officer.
Jana Schlesner, Chief Financial Officer.
Amanda Thompson, Chief Human Resource Officer.
Steve Coella, Chief of Staff.
Kristen Drury, Executive Director of Parker.
Becky Myers, Board Member, Director, District D.
Valerie Thompson, Board Member and Director of District F.
Kaylee Weiniger, Board Member, Director, District G. Thank you to all of the dedicated adults we have in Douglas County. From Ponderosa to the whole district, you are the people who shape the future, and we could not be as successful as we are without you. You may now applaud.
We have a few more important people here today who have helped carry us through our education, helped embody our feeder school motto, every student, every family, every day, and have built a community of excellence.
Now we will take some time to remember our ABCs and stand with the people that we've been to school with the last 12 years. We all remember the students who always had goldfish in their lunch bag, the kids who were always the line leader, and the students with the very best handwriting.
When we announce each school and principal, please stand if you attended. Principal Mark Harrell with Franktown Elementary. Please stand if you are a Franktown Falcon. You may be seated.
Principal Beth Waffle with Legacy Point Elementary. If you are a Legacy Point Explorer, please stand. You may be seated.
Principal Jean Taylor with Mountain View Elementary and Principal Lara Bennett with Northeast Elementary. Please stand if you were a mountain lion and an eagle. You may be seated.
Principal Ben Darden with Sagewood Middle School. If you are a Wildcat, please stand. You may be seated. Thank you all for being here and for overseeing our education for the last 12 years. I'm proud to say that I attended Ponderosa feeder schools throughout my education, and the dedication shown by the staff and faculty at these schools greatly impacted me and many others. And students, thank you for showing pride in your former schools.
Hannah, I hope you get to add a whole bunch of adventures to your backpack next year.
You too, Jackson.
Aw, thanks. Bye.
See ya.
Each year, the graduating class votes on a faculty member to create an address that reflects our time and experiences here at Ponderosa. This year, the class of 2024 has chosen someone very special for this honor. Mrs. Casey Chahosky has taught here at Ponderosa since 2001. This teacher inspires all students to go above and beyond inside of the classroom. I'm sorry, I'm about to cry. But also motivates students even outside of the classroom. She is the educator that cultivates curiosity. She's the reason students want to learn as we take our books on vacation, checking more than just the boxes, and we create a positive impression on us as Mustangs. I first met Mrs. Chahosky 11 years ago, and I knew even then that I wanted to be her student. If there was one song to describe her, it would be Protector by Beyonce. And now, without further ado, please welcome Mrs. Casey Chahosky. Wanna be your protector.
Thank you, Jackson. I cannot wait to see you shine. Hey, 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 Ponderosa graduating class of 2024. And good morning, dignitaries, family, staff, and friends. Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. As Jackson said, I am Casey Chahosky, and I have attended Ponderosa High School for 23 years. In that time, I am honored to be sharing this momentous occasion with you today. And during my time at Ponderosa High School, I have witnessed the pride of 53 theater productions, the thrill of winning 27 state titles, the beauty of 23 proms and homecomings, and the honor of making 10 Wish Week wishes come true. But even with all of that, this is the first time that I have agreed to give the commencement address. When administration came to me and shared that you, the graduating class of 2024, wanted me to give the commencement address, I did what has been modeled by so many of my students over the years. I avoided my homework. Instead of eagerly jumping in and brainstorming themes and extended metaphors, I procrastinated. I caught up on the latest season of Survivor. I lost hours to TikTok, but to be fair, I learned of this assignment the week Taylor Swift dropped the new album, The Tortured Poets Department, and the Easter eggs and Double Drop were diabolical. As an English teacher, I love to analyze songs, movies, books, and life, and I often see correlations between the books I read and the reality in which we live. And many of you have been characters in my archetypal hero's journey. For those of you who have forgotten freshman and sophomore English, let me remind you. The hero's journey is a plot structure for most Disney films, including Shrek, Tangled, Frozen, Despicable Me, and yes, Mr. Lynch, even Star Wars. So do me a favor. Take a moment to think of your favorite Disney movie. Got it? Okay. Here's the plot. Your main character is living in their ordinary world, doing ordinary things, when suddenly something calls them to adventure. Something requires them to leave their ordinary world and enter a world of uncertainty to face challenges and overcome enemies. But they do not do it alone. They do it with the help of a friend, a mentor. It is not an easy quest. The main character can feel beaten or even near death. But in the end, through sacrifices and self-reflection, inevitably the character overcomes their struggles and returns to their ordinary world, wiser and better off. In our lives, the plot structure plays out daily. For me, I wake up in my home calm and confident that I can make it a great day. My dialogue is bejeweled with positive affirmations of, you can do this, you can make a difference. It is a peaceful place. But like many of others, even you, I am pulled out of my happy place by the fact that I have responsibilities. I have bills to pay, children to support, and an intense internal need to contribute to the bigger picture. So I cross the guarded threshold of Ponderosa High School and enter a new world to face a litany of challenges that are special to a 40-year-old building. Like, will the Wi-Fi work? Will my classroom be hot or cold? Do we have a special schedule? Will the bathrooms be open? Do we have a drill? Do we have homeroom? Class meetings? Are we using travel cards, passes, tickets, invitations? Simply put, what are we doing in homeroom today? Some days the challenges can be overwhelming, but thankfully, I have found friends and mentors like Mr. B. Mr. B inspires me when he says, you gotta break some to make some. We all learn through failure. Mrs. Portman comforts me by reminding me to be like a lobster and grow through adversity. Don't fear it. Coach Valari. Miss Valari motivates me by driving home the fact that the faster you run, the sooner you're done. Mr. Sade grounds me by reassuring me that it's all right, we'll get it all done. But my favorite and the greatest influence on my day is the students who offer a simple smile, a hi chi, or a what up, Jahomie? In my journey, when the quest seems impossible, it is friends, mentors, and students like these who ensure I overcome my challenges to end my day wiser and better off. Today, class of 2024, you begin a new journey. You will pack your bags, follow your map, and go on your adventure. But before you leave and face whatever comes next, there are a few guiding principles I want you to remember. First, no amount of preparation will prepare you. You can make the reservations for the perfect relaxing beach vacation, create the itinerary, pack the swimsuit, the sunscreen, even the aloe vera just in case you get sunburned. But flights are delayed, connections are missed, and rain clouds exist in paradise. You simply cannot control it all. So do what you can, but accept what is given. Find ways to dance in the rain. Second, you will get lost. Visiting new places comes with confusion. The mountains aren't always in the west. Okay? And when you may take a right when you should have taken a left, and heck, sometimes your destination isn't even on the map. So when you get lost, take a breath, refocus on your goal, ask for guidance, and start again. Getting lost is learning, and oftentimes the most beautiful views are on the paths we didn't expect to take. Third, it will be scary. New adventures always are. When you don't know the people, the places, or speak the language, when the accommodations are cramped, the food is different, and you would do anything for Dutch Bros or Chipotle, keep in mind, to be afraid of something is to be uncertain of the outcome. So take the time to learn about your surroundings, meet the people, and try the foods. Before you know it, you'll find comfort in what was once unknown. And lastly, the journey will end too quickly. Just when you've discovered the fastest path to the beach, the restaurant with the best food, and met some amazing people from Spain or Sweden, the bittersweet journey will end. It will be time to return home. Luckily, though, you will have snapshots to remind you of the adventure. The memories will not end just because the journey did. Share your snapshots, tell your stories, and find time to reminisce on who you were before and after the adventure, because you too will return wiser and better off. As you leave here today and cross this threshold to face a multitude of life's tests, take a moment to reflect on your first day of high school and how as freshmen you were excited and maybe a little scared, but you made friends, many of whom are the teachers sitting beside you today who have helped you when you got lost, be it in the hallways or in their classes. And those classes have prepared you for whatever comes next, even though inevitably it will not seem like enough, because no amount of preparation will prepare you. So it goes. Moving forward, it will be important for you to hold on to the friends and mentors who have helped you in your journey thus far. Find new allies who will help you conquer the challenges in the future. And when you return home to this ordinary world, stronger and wiser, unpack your bags, wash off your struggle, and share your snapshots and be grateful for the successes and failures that have made you who you are, because that is your journey. You are the protagonists. You are the heroes. You are the authors of your life's manuscript. So, graduating class of 2024, it is with a humble heart and immense pride that I wish you the very best and say, thanks for stopping by.
It's a miracle I haven't cried yet. Okay. Another round of applause, please. Oh my goodness. Thanks for having me, Chi. Now, I would like to take a second to appreciate one of my favorite members of the Mustang family. His constant determination to improve the school has an everlasting effect that cannot go unnoticed. Whether that is supporting students through any means possible, giving some inspiring words, as he definitely will in a moment, or through a little thing called the Mustang Challenge. He exudes what it means to be a Mustang. And now, let's all give it up for the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Hollingshead!
Of course. All right, class of 2024, it's getting close. You've been sitting here patiently. I'm so proud of you guys. But before we get on with things, what a perfect day for a graduation. Perfect weather, perfect stage, perfect events. Let's give a big shout out to everyone that helped plan this day. A lot of them are over there. Please wave if you are part of the graduation planning committee. Seniors, you are a class unlike any other. You have achieved in the classroom, competed on the fields and courts, and competed at the highest stage in theater and in all of your activities. You have represented your families, yourselves, and the Mustangs in the best possible way. And we are so proud of you, each and every staff member. is just beaming today because this is our day to celebrate with you guys. So thank you for all of your dedication. You guys also have left a big mark on our school. You've left a legacy. I ask you guys to leave our school better than you found it, and you've done that. You've been leaders. You've brought school spirit to every event, and you've even brought your fun and enthusiasm to my living room at 6 a.m. Before we send you guys out and hand you your diplomas, we all do have some words of wisdom for you. And I just want to follow up with these amazing speeches we've had today. You all have your backpacks. You've all learned about your journey. And my message for you is to remind you of a simple fact that 2024 is the best time ever to be a graduate from high school. This is second to none. There's no other time that I'd ever want to be a graduate than 2024. The parents and family up here in the stands, they're here to support you guys. But to be honest, they're all a little jealous. They're jealous of you guys and this world of opportunities you're about to walk into. It's scary. There's a lot of uncertainty in your future, but everything is possible. Now, how can the principal of Ponderosa High School walk up and say, this is the best time ever in history to be a graduate? Well, it's because I'm the principal and I know things. So let me give you just a little bit of my advice to follow up on everyone else on how to get there. And I know there's a lot of people who may say, oh, that's not true. The world is a mess right now, right? The economy and politics and the world, there's so many bad things going on. Well, maybe that's because we live in a world with social media and constant news, and we know that the negativity is easy to sell and it's everywhere. But it's not the case. The future is bright for you guys. In fact, if you just do a little history lesson and maybe go back, let's say, 24 years to 2000, 2001, things weren't always rosy then, the economy and politics. And after 9/11, the world was very scary. And go back 24 years before that, in the 1970s, when some of us were born, it wasn't just all disco. The economy was a mess. The world was a mess. A lot of things were going on. And yet people in these times, they all still pursued their happiness and found success. Guys, don't let any of the people out there say that this is not a good time to be graduating, because this is the time, and this is your guys' time to shine. So my advice for you guys is just 3 things to go find your success and your happiness in this world. And those 3 things, the first one is to embrace and lean on your family and friends. Those people up in the stands today that we've all talked about, those are your support system. Those people are your mentors, and they have tons of wisdom to share with you. Let them know what your goals and dreams are, and they will always have your back. They will also provide you some guidance when you're ready for it. So embrace those people. My second piece of advice is simply to believe in yourself. Guys, you are capable. Some of you may believe you're capable because you got a 4.1 GPA and you excelled in all of your AP classes. And yes, you should be confident. You're ready, you've developed great habits, and you're ready for the future. And some of you may go, well, I didn't really do great in the classroom, and I kind of skated by my senior year, right? That doesn't mean you're not capable. That means that maybe you weren't interested this year, right? Maybe you're moving on to other things. But I know that everyone in this class, when they're ready and they find something they're passionate about and set a goal, that you will be able to find success in whatever it is you choose. And by the way, to remind you, you guys are graduates from Ponderosa High School, the best high school in Douglas County, which is the best school district in the state of Colorado and maybe the country and the world. You guys have a leg up on the whole competition to start with. So remember that. Remember that when you walk into these new settings, that you come from Ponderosa, and be proud of that. And my third thing is simply to choose your attitude and effort. If you've ever looked up when you walk in the front doors of the school, if you're not talking to your friends or looking at your phone, but on the wall, right when you walk in, it says attitude and effort. And I didn't write that up there. Someone before me did. But the reason they put that up there is because those are the 2 things you can choose every day when you wake up, just like Ms. Chahosky talked about. I hope that you guys wake up every day and choose to be optimistic and choose to look for the best in others. It will make finding your happiness and success so much easier. And I also hope you believe that hard work does pay off. That's not just a lie we tell you from when you're little kids. If you choose to put in full effort to any goal that you set, you'll find success. So class of 2024, I hope for you guys happiness, and success in the future. And I know there is no better time for you to go out in the world and find it than right now. So congratulations, class of 2024. You guys are ready. Go get it. All right, at this time, we're going to recognize several different groups who exemplify academic leadership, scholarship, and service. So first, I'd like to recognize those students who are choosing to serve our country in one of the branches of the military, whether that be in active service, reserves, or ROTC. If you are serving our country next year, please stand and be recognized and remain standing. Please remain standing. For those students who have completed over 100 hours of community service to serve our community, please stand and be recognized. Please remain standing. I'd like to recognize those students who excelled academically. First of all, our students who are summa cum laude, who have achieved a 4.0 and above and are wearing a yellow stole today, please stand and be recognized. Remain standing. And now those students who have achieved magna cum laude status with a 3.75 to 3.99, please stand and remain standing. And now our students who have achieved cum laude status with a 3.5 to 3.74 and are wearing a white stole, please stand and remain standing. Would all those students who've received or who've been accepted to a college or a trade school, please stand and be recognized. If you received an award at the honors convocation last night, please stand and be recognized. And at this time, would all the graduates of the class of 2024 please stand? We are incredibly proud of this group. They've achieved greatness in all levels of their high school experience. They have accumulated $7 million in scholarships moving forward to their next journey. Congratulations, guys. At this time, seniors, please turn and face the stands. Let's give a big round of applause to our family and friends, the people who have supported us through this entire journey. We could not have done it without you. You may be seated. Also in attendance with us today are the teachers, staff, and administration of Ponderosa. These people have dedicated their careers to helping you guys achieve your dreams. They're here for you guys, and they've been through every part of your journey with you. So at this time, teachers, staff, and administration, please stand and be recognized. You may be seated. Today in attendance, we'd also like to recognize one member of the Ponderosa family who's retiring this year. Counselor Lori Portman, will you please stand? Where are you hiding? Lori started her career as a math teacher in 1987, and she joined the Ponderosa counseling team in 2003. Your 21 years of service supporting students have made such a huge impact on the lives of all of those people that you've come across. You've been a great colleague, a great friend, and such a guide to all of these young people. We wish you luck in your retirement. Congratulations on a wonderful career. All right, it's getting real. At this time, I would like to invite to the stage the superintendent of the Douglas County School District, Aaron Kane, to receive the class of 2024. As the principal of Ponderosa High School, I'm pleased to present to you the graduating class of 2024. These seniors have earned significant recognition for themselves, their families, their school, and their community. On behalf of the faculty and staff members of Ponderosa High School and the Ponderosa feeder schools, I wish for each of these graduates, the proud class of 2024, the joy and fulfillment that comes with achieving their goals. Mrs. Kane, I certify that these members of the class of 2024 have met and in many cases exceeded the graduation requirements of Ponderosa High School and the Douglas County School Board of Education. They have earned the required credits and are thus eligible to receive a high school diploma. So Mrs. Kane, I present to you and the Board of Education members present the 2024 graduating class of Ponderosa High School.
Mr. Hollingshead, it is my great honor and privilege, on behalf of the Douglas County School District and the Douglas County Board of Education, to accept the 2024 graduating class of Ponderosa High School. Congratulations.
After various early mornings, late nights, grueling exams, and endless assignments, after 4 years, we have no tasks filling our Canvas to-do list.
But truth be told, we did not make it here today on our own. Although it's easy for us to take the credit, our teachers are the ones who helped us cross the finish line. Many of them saw us grow up in the Ponderosa community and become the individuals we are today.
They pushed us to give 110%, and without them, the class of 2024 wouldn't be the same.
At Ponderosa, our students choose the teachers who speak at graduation. So if you are one of these teachers chosen, you should know that you succeeded at your job in countless ways. All teachers that call Ponderosa home deserve a huge round of applause for the impact they have left on each and every student here today.
And our faculty readers are Micah Bernhardt, Art.
Bernadette Billy, Business.
Taylor Iglesias, World Language.
Lisa Fisher, Social Studies.
Cheryl Heaton, Social Studies.
Randy Huff, Physical Education.
Jessica Luce, World Language.
Mike Lynch, Math.
Connor Sade, English.
Mark Thorson, Social Studies.
Zach Tipton, Science.
And Pam Wade, Science.
All right, at this time, all graduates will be recognized by name. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Ponderosa High School and the staff of Douglas County School District, we congratulate the graduates on their achievements. These students have worked hard in their academic studies. They've shown great leadership, sportsmanship, and perseverance in their pursuit of excellence in athletics and activities. In recognition of these students and their time they've spent at Ponderosa High School, each of them will be given a diploma and a PHS alumni pin. Again, congratulations, class of 2024. We'll have our first groups rise and join us on stage.
Derek Adebewa.
Katie Brielle Marshall.
Caden Jeffrey Billy.
Addison Marie Lampasona.
Kate Elizabeth Aslin.
Nora Grace Lombard.
Charles Thatcher Lewis Ashcroft.
Gianna Hope Lombard.
Zachary William Baker.
Sarai Nicole Lopez.
Dylan Samuel Bentley.
Haley Marie Martin.
Ethan Edwin Aguilas Walker.
Lily Elizabeth Luckenbill.
Naomi Grace Aspinis.
Samantha Rachel Kowalczyk.
Hava Michaela Alexander.
Asia Nay Sage Lucero.
Maya Rosalie Barnes.
Holly Ann McClellan.
Diara K. Betts.
Grace Elizabeth Marr.
Brianna Adderhold.
Jasmine Michaela Martinez.
Erin Varen Bakken.
Kiera Elizabeth Marshall.
Keaton Lynn Bailey.
Gabriel Michael Latito.
Lisa Marie Bazan.
Aiden Cole Lonergan.
Owen Michael Battelle.
Sawyer Milo Latimer.
Ian Nicholas Braley.
Madison Sophia Lavina Lee.
Lucas Robus Anicoletto.
Kaysen David McConkey.
Jacob Lyndon Behrens.
Ashton Michael Luther.
Nathan Ellis Albright.
Alex Adrian Martinez Becerra.
Tyler Anthony Bartnicki.
Case Thomas McGilligan.
Mateo George Alejo.
Alice Lene Littens.
Dustin Benjamin Avery.
Owen Michael McDermott.
Leonardo Benitez Perez.
Tanner Royal Lancaster.
Alyssa Jade Arapeo.
Sienna Olivia McCarty.
Sophia Jalen Binger.
Lauren Sue Maggio.
Jordan Avery Benton.
Joseph Ariello Markiel.
Alexis Marie Blaze.
Samantha Grace Carlson.
Wraith Ryan Nowaki.
Allison Renee Cook.
Dylan Nicholas Neal.
Liberty Hope Courtright.
Landon Rowdy Malloy.
James Robertson Cohen.
Jacob David Myers.
Braden Lamar Birkinshaw.
Bailey April Nepple.
Samuel Thane Clark.
Jameson Luke Neiman.
Pablo Vincense Cano.
Briar Gregory Moss.
Ainsley Rebecca Carr.
Connor Joseph Miskovic.
Anna Nadine Coons.
Brody Thomas Men.
Talon Thomas Clark.
Dominic Joseph Moots.
Joseph Angel Bustamante Mendez.
Jason Anthony Miller.
Wyatt Mitchell Charlton.
Porter Nathaniel Imes.
Braden Alexander Carney.
Scott Bradley Miller.
John Thomas Considine.
Luna Munoz Rivera.
Aspen Marie Butler.
Riley May Munoz.
Nicole Jane Browning.
Sloan May Mortson.
Blake Aaron Branham.
Liliana T. Murphy.
Benson Thorley Bringhurst.
James Burley Murphy.
Sydney Michelle Lulu Chadbourne.
Braden Ryan Meese.
Congratulations. Megan Leslie Byrne.
Samuel Asher Nelson.
Avery Elizabeth Shepu.
Skylar Ryan Mears.
Mariah Ray Cordova.
Aiden Matthew Moore.
Jolene Anne-Marie Chappell.
Abigail Grace Norden.
Travis Waylon Britt.
Mia Christina Orban.
Andrew Ralph Brundage.
Cariana Elise McRae.
Henry Abbott Couch.
Ethan William Nelson.
Caden Benjamin Finkelstein.
Jamie Lynn Ann McCain.
Benjamin John Christensen.
Eliza Jolie Esmeralda Maddox.
Jacob Thomas Chase.
Madison Raylyn Neal.
Angel Andres Caballero Cruz.
Gianna Namur.
Samuel Joseph Castellino.
Rhiannon Lilith Taria Navarro.
Samantha Pearl Eaton.
Earl Jefferson Racine IV.
Catherine Rosemary Diaz.
Megan Nicole Ream.
Madison Michelle Chaya.
Isabella Grayson Piatz.
Olivia Grace Cunningham.
Bryce Mitchell Robinette.
Sienna Reese Irwin.
Gabriel John Pickett.
Bryn Avery Creer.
Jacob Michael Reed.
McKenna Catherine Deckert.
Sydney Faith Pearson.
Elia Jane Delosier.
Noah William Pfister.
Marina Diaz.
Jack Arthur Pankoff III.
Drew Robert Espinoza.
Tylen Kale Osborne.
Kellen Michael Emery Craven.
Brody Thomas Reed.
Caleb Collier Davidson.
Rylan Xander Rivera.
Kyla Marie Crosswhite.
Aiden James O'Flynn.
Reese William Edmonds.
Elise Noel Rethman.
Amaya Giovanna Fasano.
Madison Dawn Opheim.
Christian James Dudnick.
Christopher Sean Peralta.
Caden James Davidson.
Kennedy Sage Pagano.
Peyton Hunter Donahue.
Evan Charles Pikus.
Kristen Ann Eisenrich.
Jamie Lee Riley.
Alexander Matthew Dransfield.
Tony Marlene Novak.
Cole Owen Lewis Eppard.
Lindsay Ann Piker.
Sean Alexander Davis.
Kendall Ann Rio.
Benjamin Rayburn Scott Cox.
Aiden William Pickering.
John Nelson Ewald V.
Zayden Daniel Philippi. Cordelia Ann Steen.
Johann Augustus Sharpen.
Bella Sophia Guerreri.
Micah Joel Sage.
Hannah Elizabeth Thomas.
Brock James Roper.
Kennedy Anastasia Klein.
Jason Eugene Robinson.
Jalen Marie Rosario Santiago.
Kiera Charlize Scatia.
Benjamin Thomas Fendley.
Sarah Nicole Rubiano Rendon.
Kira Michelle Sheehan.
Chander Bryn Souther.
Miley K. Ames.
Ava Lee Schaff.
Catherine Marie Schultz.
Ellery Marie Sterner.
Sophia Aristizabal.
Solaris Ann Shima.
Clara Abigail Griffith.
Scott Nadeem Safi.
Reed Patrick Grainer.
Lance Nazif Safi.
Kaylin Danita Fitzgerald.
Nolan Carter Sackerson.
Hannah Riley Gale.
Hannah May Tao Sacred.
We're good. Carson Garrett George.
Natalie Aaron Starr.
Ava Marie Gervasoni.
Catherine Ella Roderick.
Sydney Nicole Gaines.
Tyler David Sperano.
Alexa Marie Pasalan Generalau.
Trulane David Sloan.
Sean Michael Garris.
Ethan Carter Snook.
Jackson Oliver Coleman.
Adam Michael Rimkowitz.
Braden Burrows Paul.
Jacob Michael Shoemaker.
Madeline Rose Dontermont.
Ariela Estrella Rebus Jacoby.
James Wyatt Francis.
Colton Michael Smith.
William Thomas Flockton.
Kennedy Diane Ruth.
Mario Garcia Benyon.
Mia Valeria Ruiz Aguirre.
Neva Renee Foster.
Kylie Ray Stewart.
Matthew Ronan Fisher.
Mia Elizabeth Sigler.
Tanner Christopher Fitzsimons.
Justin Michael Shubin.
Riley Lynn Fitzgibbon.
Mackenzie Danielle Rodriguez.
Julia K. Francis. It's me. Ashley Francine Galovich. Brinley Ann Gray.
Riley Joe Thorpe.
Callie Lauren Golding.
Audrey Marie Tarr.
Victor Jeffrey Heights.
Hunter Danielle Van Meter.
Adam Don Hamrick.
Michaela Ann Wacker.
Weston Wayne Hoschneider.
Kendra Michelle Wacht.
Tate Jordan Henwood.
Sophia Ann Sullivan.
Logan Ray Harmon.
Avery Danielle Van Spronson.
Brooke Ashley Greer.
Ashley Denise Van Fleet.
Gannon David Gross.
Kiera Favorite Tuller.
Matthew James Geving.
Lauren Elizabeth Tongren.
Aiden Lucas Goodman Scott.
Miley Reese Taylor.
Milleray Grove Lasson.
Olivia Catherine Trombley.
Lucy Ella Glenn.
Peyton Edward Trainer.
Abigail Haley Gonzalez.
Nolan Thomas Stryker.
Cassandra Elizabeth Hopwood.
Amari Levi Wade.
Hannah Kathleen Hentz.
Nola Haley Turner.
Lauren Kelsey Gench.
Caroline Elaine Toops.
Nora May Helmick.
Michael Timothy James Sutton.
Jack Kenneth Hopkins.
Gavin Allen Thorne.
Eric Lewis Gordon.
Talon James Dean Stoppensek.
Matthew John Hosick.
Kyla Mae Turner.
Tiernan Jeffrey Hanlon.
Addison Grace Taggart.
Brennan Philip Gorka.
Peyton Matthew Taggart.
Isaac James Hall.
Garrett Ryan Took.
Antonio Dalton Mariu Guthrie.
William Thomas Volkner.
Isaac Faraday Heilman.
Carter Esteban Valdez.
Vicky He.
Caitlin Ashley Urinda.
Alexandra Grace Verkavoy. Marquette Devon Talley. Riley Jade Versace.
Reagan Grace Jensen.
Kyle John Darmiento.
Ty Blake Holtum.
Riley Matthew Walker.
Lorelei Shea Kinzer.
Luke Owen Warhola.
Jacob Bradford Klink.
Austin Jefferson Zing.
Austin McCormick Ingham.
Annalise Nicole Watkins.
Ethan Lance Ji-Yoon Kang.
Alex Salvador Witzel.
Maximus Scott Hufford.
Aiden Shun Watanabe.
Garrett Nicholas Lander Katrana.
Jager Paul Wolford.
Taylor Austin Jones.
Hagen Joseph Young.
Presley Page Johnson.
Tanner Trey Willis.
Maya Isabel Korth.
Jaden Alex Selozov.
Griffin Cade Hegwer. Carson James Koskovich.
Blakely Jonas Ziller.
Sydney Logan Michelle Kennett.
Vienne Elise Yeager.
Jonah William Hunter.
Alexander David Westfall.
Jackson Ian Johnson.
Tristan Lewis Kane Wyatt.
Kai Anderson Iwatsuru.
Jameson Grace Ward.
Stephen Christopher James.
Riley Nicole Williams.
Brady Stephen Naxted.
Delaney Yvonne Wright.
Blake Allen Jessen.
Jackson Dean Wolford.
Connor Jacob Knudsen.
Riley Edward Woolen.
Colin Grant Harden Wilson.
Noah Michael Wilhelm.
Lucas Tozer Kiever. Carson Mahuika Keach. Vincent Dylan Karstetter. Jacob Vincent Johnson. Emily Grace Jones. Victoria Karen Corsick.
Wow, what an amazing moment. I can't help but think that we're forgetting something.
Right. Just one more thing left to do, graduates. Now is the moment that we really have all been waiting for, the turning of the tassels.
Now, there is some significance behind this tradition that some of you may not know. The tassel before graduation symbolizes your time as a student. And when you move it to the other side, you are therefore confirming your newfound graduate status. And I think it's safe to say after these 4 years that the tassel was worth the hassle. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, graduates, if everybody would please now stand with me. We are gonna move our tassel from the right to the left. We did it!
Thank you all so much for coming, and once again, congratulations to the class of 2024!